Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest reading, which is on is your friend a friend or a foe? So think of a particular friend, or even you can pick multiple piles for different friends if you want to. And this can be a friend that's in the past or the present. So if you're curious about a friend that you don't speak to anymore for any reason, we'll see what comes up too. So pick one of the piles. So we've got pile number 1, the red flashlight pile. Pile number 2, the orange flashlight pile. Pile number 3, the yellow flashlight pile. And pile number 4, the green flashlight pile. So let us now ask the question, is your friend a friend or a foe? All right, pile number 1. Let's see what cards come forward. Okay, we've got the Queen of Cups. So, all right, let's see what else we get. I have a feeling there might be some other things that come up. But Queen of Cups, that's kind of an emotional card. Page of Wands. But then we've got the Page of Wands, which is a lot of... So interesting. So when I pulled the Queen of Cups, I was like, oh, that's not because the Queen of Cups by herself or himself is kind of, an emotional, loving, soothing card. But I have a feeling there's more to this pile than that. This kind of could be a fiery person. Page of Wands, I already sense a different energy than just, so that could be the boiling. So this could be a person who's, what I'm hearing, just a bit too much is what I'm hearing. Oh yeah, and then with the Five of Wands, I'm hearing that too. This person could be a bit too much, but don't want me to insult this friend. And I'm hearing that how bad that is. I'm hearing it could be innocuous. Like it could be just somebody who's good-hearted, but they're just a little bit too much, a little bit overly emotional. Right? We've got the Queen of Cups, and it's interesting they're together, the Page of Wands, and then a really fiery. So it's a very conflicted person. So you may sense this person's conflicted energy. So it's sort of like, I'm hearing that it could be from, somebody who's really, they're just a bit too much, a bit fiery, like almost Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So a little bit unsafe. But I'm hearing this could be a good-hearted person, but all the way down to sort of a very toxic person. But I'm getting a chaotic energy. Then the Four of Wands. So yeah, it's like they're always... On one side, they have a stable, loving side, but then they've got this fiery, almost immature energy. And then Knight of Swords. So that definitely clinches that. Because the Knight of Swords is definitely a fiery, attacking with words energy. So I'm hearing here you could sometimes feel attacked by this friend. The friend, Two of Pentacles. And they could also be sort of not the most, shall we say, stable influence in your life. Like they're always juggling stuff. And I'm hearing too that they could also be juggling a lot, so you may feel that you're not always their priority. But I'm hearing they kind of, they have a side of them, it's a little bit conflict, in heading into conflict with fiery. So they've got almost a Dr. Jekyll, and with the Two of Pentacles I got before too. So that could be them juggling a lot and you not feeling like a priority. But it could also be, I'm hearing this absolute almost two-sided person. Yeah, two-sided. Like it's like they're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And I'm hearing for some that actually could be interesting to you. Some of you may be intrigued by this person, but they're not. I'm hearing for some, this may not be somebody that you go to for a shoulder to cry on, because they're kind of, you don't know what side you're going to get with them. They've got these dual sides, and it's sort of like they're switching between these sides. I'm sort of like hearing that you may want to, I'm hearing in some cases, you may want to distance yourself from this person's energy until they sort of get what's going on. But I'm hearing that's for some, you may still want to have them in your life, but sort of at a distance, like sort of so as to not allow their sort of chaotic, like I'm almost getting a split side. So it's sort of, you want to kind of keep their energy out of your sphere is what I'm hearing. You don't want their energy to be in your sphere. So I'm hearing it's sort of like they switch between this fiery, going into conflict person to this sort of soothing, stable person. So I'm hearing for some, you may have thought this was a soothing, kind, stable person, like with the four of wands, I mean, because that indicates, oh, walking through the day, it's sort of like a soothing, stable, like the horse is a stable energy. But then, and with the red flashlight too, that could be sort of, but then you just sort of discovered this side that was just almost a daredevil person, like the type. I'm seeing this image of this person could be the type that would just go up to a group of people and just start a conflict just for no reason. But then they'll switch back, like when you maybe introduce this friend to your mother, they'd be, oh, warm and stability. It's like they know which side to pull out in what circumstance is what I'm hearing. So I'm hearing for some people, you may want to stay far, far, far away from this person. But if that's the case, you'll know, like I'm hearing that if that's the case, they've done something really toxic, almost sociopathic, narcissistic, and really bad, or their effect on you has been really toxic, narcissistic, or really bad. So if that's the case, if those words ring a bell, then I'd say this person is a foe, and you probably are definitely better with them out of your life. So that I'm getting at that's, it's like it's sort of a double energy. So that I'm getting that's definitely, but I'm hearing you'll know if those words are around toxic, narcissistic, sociopath who has really had a negative emotional or even physically or on your life in some way, you'll know that bye-bye and you don't want them in your life. But I'm hearing if they're just sort of an innocuous enigma, you'll know that energy, and I wouldn't, if that's the case, they're kind of like chaotic, but they're but they may be sort of a non-threatening chaos in that case. So that there's two sides, but you'll know if that's that energy, you'll kind of be like, oh, roll your eyes, like, oh, that's that person. It will have a different energy, and you'll know that they're a friend, but they're maybe not somebody who can be counted on for providing the most stable energy. And I'm hearing, yeah, just kind of, if they're that person and they're really not a bad person, then just sort of, and you'll know that energy, sort of put boundaries. I'm hearing energetic boundaries, even though they may not really wish to. They may not be evil, but you just want to keep that boundaries. But I'm hearing it could be really, and I'm going to pull some more cards too. So I'm hearing this person could be quite a damaged person. And in some cases, that has made them very bad. And in which case, you really want to get them out of your life. But if it's just, and I'm hearing too, they may enjoy your friendship because they feel that you give a stable, with the Knight of Pentacles, they feel that you're a stable person. Because I'm hearing that they're needing stability. So they enjoy, I'm hearing a lot of cases, because of their sort of emotional instability, they enjoy your friendship. But I'm hearing whether or not they enjoy your friendship should be irrelevant. It's do they have a negative effect on you, is what I'm hearing. So, but I'm hearing you'll know if this person has really effed up, you'll know, and you'll know. I'm hearing that the people, but you'll understand that, and I'm hearing living your truth gently but totally in consistently. Interesting. So that I'm getting at again, yeah, that you're kind of provide a consistent, stable source to this person. So this person, I'm hearing in some cases they could be actually quite emotionally disturbed, and that does not mean that a person's a bad person. It doesn't. I'm hearing in some of the cases it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. In some of the cases it does. Interesting, but you'll know the difference. But some cases they're just trying to find a stability. They're trying to find a stability and basically, and yeah, and you help them with their sort of stability. Whether they, and as I'm hearing, for some they know it, for some they don't. But I'm hearing it's totally contingent. Whether you sort of continue this friendship is totally, and I'm hearing that I pulled up theta brainwave stabilizer, and I'm hearing that this could actually be helpful for them, this frequency, and maybe for you if you're trying to stabilize yourself from this person's sort of chaos, like their chaos that they can I'm hearing they can kind of get themselves into chaotic situations, and they don't always know how they get there. I'm hearing this sort of, I'm sort of seeing this image of going to like a bar and sort of ending up in the bathroom, like sprawled out or like in weird places. Like this person, they don't really. So it actually could, they in some cases I'm hearing they could actually have some sort of like threatening to themselves. I'm hearing in some they've emotionally threatened you, but in others it's just they're emotionally threatening to themselves, which is, I mean, but I'm hearing, go within to know, because you'll know the difference between I'm hearing you guys are astute, and you'll know the difference between a toxic person that you should not have in your life, the difference between a toxic person that you should not have in your life, and a person that's just imbalanced, that's just trying to find their way, right? There's a difference between a truly, nefariously toxic person and somebody who's just a little bit, unhinged, but not, like putting a destructive energy towards you, if that makes any sense. So that pile feels complete. I hope you enjoyed that. It's interesting. You never know what's going to come up with these piles. It's quite fascinating. All right, pile number 2. What do we have? We've got the orange flashlight pile. So let us see. What is orange? I don't know what's going to come up for orange. Interesting. Look at this. Okay, death in reverse. Huh, interesting. The Empress in reverse. The moon in reverse. And 8 of Swords in reverse. And the Star in reverse. Interesting. So what I'm hearing is like having all this pile in reverse is sort of like, you never know where you stand with this person, and that could be sort of they could have a sort of a Pisces energy is what I'm hearing for some reason. They may have that energy, that watery energy of they may not be the most stable of people, like they kind of emotionally, and what I'm hearing for them, interesting, what I'm hearing is they don't know necessarily their mind in regards to you or anything. So you may feel always like, I'm hearing this sense of, what I'm hearing for the death card, you don't know if you don't know if it's over, or if it is, if it's, the friendship, you always don't know if it's over or if it will continue, because they've got almost this, they have this almost twisted, mystical, Piscean water sign mind that doesn't even know itself. Like, it's sort of like that, and it's sort of like, so you always feel conflicted by them, and you may just be picking up, you may be a sensitive person as well, and you may be picking up their sort of flighty, conflicted energy and just feeling that that's about you. But I'm hearing most of the time it's not about you. Most of the time they just kind of just need their own space, but then they become almost, they kind of need people too. So they go through these periods where they need to be around people, but then they need their own space as well too. They need their own space. But they're confused about their own mind. So it's sort of like you're always in this state like, oh, is it with the death card? Is it over? Is it not? Is it over? Like, what do they want to do? So I'm hearing in most cases, like I'm hearing 90% of cases, they do enjoy your friendship, but they don't really have firm, like, sort of ideals about anything, or they're not really ideals, but their mind is so, like almost, maybe they did a lot of drugs, I don't know. So they have a heart, that's what sort of popped to mind for some. They've done a lot of maybe, like, I don't know, they've done a lot of drugs, so their synapses aren't quite firing together in some cases. But I'm hearing for you, it can be a little bit disconcerting because you like to know, right? You like to know, oh, is it over? Is it not over? Is it over? Or is it not over? And it's sort of like, so I'm hearing is that did you just need to, they could be a foe in that they are always bringing up this sense of insecurity in you of not knowing if it's over. But I'm hearing it's nothing really, they're just a little bit unstable and don't really quite know their own mind. They could have I'm hearing they could have a very damaged inner child in some cases. Or yeah, even they could have done a little bit, they could have gone down a couple too many spiritual drug-addled rabbit holes, is what I'm hearing. They may have gone down a few bit, but I'm hearing that not really a super toxic energy, just sort of a insecure energy, which you pick up because you could be sensitive, so you're picking up their energy. So I'm hearing that sort of, I'm hearing don't expect too much from them, don't expect too much from this friend, if you will. And I'm hearing that it may be, oh, well, you don't like that because you like to expect, like you like some sense of justice or maybe reciprocity. And that, I'm hearing that could be an important value for you. But I'm hearing that sometimes you just, it's your decision, right? But it's, you think, but I'm hearing it's just sort of allowing this person to sort of float in and out of your life. And maybe you decide that's too toxic for you. Maybe you decide they are a foe, but they don't seem like an intentional foe, if that makes any sense. Like they don't feel, even though they may elicit some sort of negative emotions in you, if that makes sense. So let's see if we can get some more cards. I've got some other cards here. What other cards do we have? To change a root thought, you have to act before you think. Interesting. To change a root thought, you have to act before you think. That's interesting because that sort of goes against, this is an interesting deck. I kind of, somebody gave it to me, and it's like, normally you think, oh, think before you act. But it's sort of, I think I'm kind of picking up the sort of the mystical energy of this person. Like they may be sort of ungrounded, and I'm hearing the person, they don't like commitments. They don't like that. I'm hearing this person kind of annoys you because that's what I'm hearing too. They may not like commitments. Like they may crap out on you at the last minute, and it's sort of like I'm sort of picking up their mystical. Like they may have a hard time just sort of grounding into this society, I'm hearing. So I'm hearing don't take it personally, but if everyone has to decide what is what they're willing to, not willing to put up with. But you may want like that sort of stability, and it's sort of like this person may not be the best person to go for stability, is what I'm hearing. That this person may not be the most stable person. So yeah. And it's sort of like it may in some cases you may want to talk with this person if they're doing stuff like saying they're going to pick you up or they're going to show up and then they're 20 minutes late. You may want to tell this person, and I'm hearing in some cases they may be sort of, they're almost mystical and not the word malleable enough that they probably would be, oh, okay, that makes sense, okay, and they may try and correct themselves to fit your concerns, right? I'm hearing in some cases they may be, but they're just kind of slippery, if you will. That's the word that comes to mind, slippery. So it's sort of like hearing, you have to decide, like, and you may feel trapped. I'm hearing the Eight of Swords. You may be constantly, you may feel trapped by this person because it's like they don't mean to, but they've just got this weird, they have this weird thing going on. They may even be a little bit passive aggressive, but it's due to sort of this weird, I just get a lot of weirdness. Maybe I heard the word Neptunian. I don't know what that means. Or it could even be an Aquarian, Pisces, water sign, just kind of mystical, But they sound like they'd be like, oh, okay, I'll do that. But would they really? They might not. It's sort of like, but yeah, they're just sort of like, but if you can't handle always worrying, like, because I'm hearing it may be hard for you to be always worrying what's happening with this person. For the Eight of Swords, balance, and always worrying if something going to, is this, am I friends with this person? You may even be concerned about their fate, if you will. Huh, interesting. But I'm hearing, yeah, you know you need to do what's right for you, but I'm hearing do not take it personally. In most cases, don't take their behavior personally, and I'm hearing in a lot of cases you may just have to accept this person if you're going to have them in your life, and that's always your choice. You may have to just accept them for who they are. That was pile 2. And now it is pile number 3. It is time for pile number 3, the yellow flashlight pile. So let us see. Interesting. I'm already hearing, in some cases, this person could be supremely toxic. Interesting. But let's see what a really aggressive person. But let's see what do we have. The Hierophant, right? So this person seems a little bit aggressive and dogmatic. So I'm hearing they could be very aggressive and dogmatic. 7, okay. I already got a bad feeling about this pile. But we'll see. There might be some positivity in this. We'll see. We got the 7 of Swords. So I get sort of like an aggressive, dogmatic person with the 7 of Swords. That's, that's not generally a good card. But we'll see what the other cards are too. But I'm hearing it sort of like a aggressive, dogmatic person who almost steals not objects, but your peace of mind with their... I'm hearing aggressive comments. Like I'm hearing the Hierophant here, this particular rendition of the Hierophant is quite aggressive. And I'm hearing they always think they're right. And and it's just like you don't know what they're going to, so they don't feel very safe. And then the Lovers, we've got the Lovers here. We've got the Lovers, the Magician, interesting too. So almost an aggressive person who always needs to be in control and sort of steals your peace of mind. The Hanged One. They always, I'm hearing they like to hang people. I'm hearing this kind of goes with the 7 of Swords. Like they like to win. I'm hearing they're very much a power. I already got that before the Magician, but the Magician is very much a powerful card. So they always like to be in control. And they don't feel, and I'm hearing too, almost like they say, oh, it's because I love people. Like I'm hearing they can say kind of mean comments in some cases. But they're kind of a self-righteous drive. And I hear them saying with the Lovers, oh, it's because I love people that I just have to tell. They've got like, yeah, they just have to, Queen of Swords. And then really, really sort of a biting energy is what I'm hearing. They'll be the type who says something really toxic and mean to people. And I'm hearing that they do this not just to you. It's just kind of such an ingrained... I'm hearing in some cases you've known this for a person for a while. In some cases you're kind of taken aback because you've just known them for like under a year and you're kind of like... I heard 8 months for some, but for some for a long time, and you're just like... I'm hearing for the people that have a long time, you're thinking, oh, why am I still friends with this person? But for some, it could be a new friend, and you may have been shocked at their behavior because they're just a little bit too aggressive about and dogmatic about their beliefs. Like I'm hearing, yeah, they think they're always right. And they like to steal people. They think they're always right. They always like to be powerful and control. They're kind of mean-tongued. And they like to steal people's energy by hanging them. Like they don't have any sensitivity. They're just always about being right. They don't really have any sensitivity towards other people's emotions. So, and they're just, the emotions, like, they think they're always, and I'm hearing with the 7 of Cups, is they think they're always right. And I'm hearing too, their choice is always right. Like I'm seeing this image of, if you guys are going to a restaurant, they'll decide the restaurant. if they're going to a movie, they'll see a movie. Like they would never concede and see a movie that they didn't really want to see, or kind of go to a restaurant that wasn't their first choice. They're always they're always the first choice. They're always, so it may be, I'm hearing for some, it could be kind of a toxic dynamic where you're thinking, oh, why am I still friends with this person? You may have been friends. So if you've been friends for a long time, you'll be like, oh, why am I still friends with this person? They're kind of the bullheaded person. If you're in a friend group, they're the really bullheaded person that everyone kind of puts up with, or maybe doesn't put up with, but like they're like, I choose and my choice is always right. So I guess I'm getting kind of a little bit towards the end of the energy of foe, but I don't want to, the Tower. So the Tower is not necessarily a good, I'm hearing like in some cases you may be like afraid to end this friendship in some cases, and if that's the case, I'm sorry about that, but you may be like, the person might be, and I'm not saying this is in all the cases, but like the word, the Cable Guy by Jim Carrey came up. Like if you're kind of, and you may not be totally afraid, but if you are really afraid, then I feel for you, but you may be kind of this reticent fear about ending the friendship, because what might they like I'm hearing this person think, I'll make you very sorry or something, which is pretty so this person can be, at the best, they're kind of really dogmatic and very opinionated, and that's the best, being the best side, dogmatic and opinionated, right? Which is, kind of whatever, what is that? But then they're just kind of, at the very end, they're kind of the Seven of Swords. They could be really quite very, very toxic. Like I'm thinking in the veins of the Cable Guy going on a Jim Carrey, that movie, going on this like insane destructive bender if they think that you've crossed them. That's what I'm hearing, and just being totally right about it, thinking that they can just go on a bender and destroy your life, or start rumors, or say things that aren't true, but they're somehow convinced that they're true because they're so toxic. But yeah. Then the energy could be cutting. The energy could be very cutting too. So that doesn't seem like they're, and I'm hearing with the Four of Swords, they cause you a lot of worry is what I'm hearing. They cause you a lot of worry. And yeah, Two of Wands, you're kind of like, should I be friends with this person? Should I not? You're kind of like, I've been friends with them for a long time. I'm hearing for some, okay, you're kind of like Two of Wands, Three of Wands. Interesting. So it's sort of like you're kind of thinking, what would my life be without them? But you may not want to, you may be afraid of what they might do, but you may also be afraid of how it shakes up their life, or the friendship group's life, or the work group friendship life, or your own life. You're afraid of how it might shake things up, but you're kind of going with the Two of Wands, as somebody's kind of thinking through it. Three of Wands are kind of moving forward, and you're kind of like thinking, should I not? And I'm hearing that if you're in the mindset of like, and it's sort of become, I'm hearing with the Moon card, it's sort of becoming this sort of, it may be getting even worse in your mind than them, even though their toxicity is quite bad. But with the Moon, it's sort of like, so I'm hearing in some cases your fears are founded, in some they're not. But I'm hearing in some cases, if you don't want to shake things up, and if you're finding you've been friends with this person for a long time, and let's be frank, they're a frenemy, and you don't really want to be friends with them. I'm hearing the word every 6 months, like maybe every 4 or 5, maybe but I heard 6 months. That's what I've heard first. Like maybe you just want to kind of keep them around for Christmas and birthdays or something. And sort of like, oh, and then get like, just sort of, I'm hearing if that's you're thinking, oh, should I even do that? And you just, what I'm hearing is do what's best for you in this case, right? Because I'm hearing there's sort of like this feeling of, you feel kind of like because since I'm hearing for some of you, you may not like this person anymore. If there's, and I'm hearing for some, they're gone from your life, and you're just wondering, you're glad to be rid of this toxic person. But I'm hearing for some, there's still part of your life, and you're starting to feel like a hypocrite because, and you're not. I'm saying, and what I'm saying is, you're not a hypocrite, but what I'm hearing is, it's sort of this energy of, the word cognizant dissonance, like when we're having these feelings and we're continuing on in a situation that isn't right, or just sort of like, is this bad? Is this good? Should I continue with this? And it's sort of like, I'm hearing, even if you decide you're like, it's too, you may just think, oh, it's too much to fully release this friendship, and you're just kind of like, to keep your mental well-being, you're like, okay, maybe I'll see them every 6 months. I don't really like them, but they've been around for a long time, and maybe I'll just see them every 6 months. I'm hearing, don't feel bad about that. That may be the best. There may be some attachment to this person too, right? Even though they've been very toxic and what have you, right? Again, to get the worried card, I get worry about this. But it's sort of like, even if don't feel hypocritical or cognitive dissonance, because you're not. If you have that sense of like, oh, I want to keep them on my life just to keep the stability, just to prevent a tower movement, and you're like, because that may be an appropriate, scenario, like, oh, I'll just see them at Christmas and birthdays is what I hear, and just, oh, hi, and then just to keep this neutral, but not having them like, not a friend that you see every couple of weeks or but you may, I'm hearing for some, this person may be someone you want to get out of your life, like completely. But it's sort of like, whatever you choose, what I'm hearing, don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel, don't feel bad about it. Like, don't feel guilty. Like, just do what's best for you. And sort of, I see this image of this person being like, just sort of this, how there's a toxic waste, right? Like, you're thinking of like The Simpsons or whatever, right? And then there's like a nuclear, and then you're trying to contain the nuclear disaster. I'm hearing that it may be that you're like, how do I maintain this? And then the devil, we've got the devil that popped out here. So the devil, you feel chained to this, and like, this toxic energy, like you want to just sort of, like keep this, toxic energy, like out of your life. And I'm hearing, however you do that, whether do not feel guilty, but if you want to do the, but I'm hearing be cognizant about it, be wise about it, and do what is best for you. But if you decide to keep this person in your life for like I keep on getting every 6 months, Christmas and birthdays, right? I don't know, maybe they have a birthday in the summer, or you have a birthday in the summer, or you both have birthdays in the summer, or something like that. I don't know, but let's see if we can get another healing card for this or something, because it feels like it could be this could be a challenging crown chakra releaser. So you may want to release this person's energy from your crown. I'm hearing they may have really gotten in your head. Also the sensory emotional releaser, like sort of interesting, both pink. Interesting. I pulled, there's like all these different colors, but I got both a pink card. So it's sort of like, whatever it is, you want to sort of release this person's toxic, dark, dominant, devilish energy. You want to release that, and so yeah, if you want to take a time to take that healing energy for the situation. But yeah, when I got the cable guy, that's what popped up. That's that's probably not a good thing, if you know what I mean. But yeah, let's see if I can get some more messages, because it seems like kind of the most toxic pile I've gone to yet. So let's see, temperance. Okay, temperance. So a healing energy. I'm hearing that you kind of need to get your mind away from this, so you can, and if not away from it, sort of like in a healing perspective, so you can sort of like kind of have a healing energy towards this, if you will. You want to have a healing, it's sort of like a healing energy. Maybe you want to talk to somebody about this, maybe outside of this group. Even I'm hearing this person could have caused you or other people to need therapy, is what I'm hearing. Interesting. So that's not a good thing. The cable guy causing other people to need therapy is not, it doesn't feel exactly like the most positive, friendly energy that I could possibly sense. But so I think that's, but I'm hearing again, yeah, do not feel guilty whatever you do. Do what is best for you. And I'm hearing, even if you have this person and if you continue to have this person, whether you leave, whether whether this is person long gone from your life, whether they still are in your life, whether you're planning to stay with them every 6 months, like I said, or whether you want them out of your life, do not feel guilty. Even if you want them in your life just a little bit, like every 6 months, don't feel guilty about that do not feel guilty about that either. So no guilt is what I'm hearing. That's the most important message for pile 3. Do not feel guilty about anything related to this energy. Interesting. So that seems like quite the heavy energy. So I'm going to release it into like just the ground or the sun or what have you. And good luck with this person. And it is time to move on to pile number 4. Release that energy. Now it is pile number 4. Hello, pile number 4, the green flashlight pile. So let's see. Is this a person, a friend, or a foe? Interesting. I'm getting about 3 different types of energies. Like, they go in many different directions. So we'll see what we get with this. I'm getting this could be kind of complex. It could go from the good, the bad, to the ugly. Let's see. What do we have? The good, okay, the 3 of Swords. Interesting. I got good, bad, ugly, and then we've got the 3 of Swords. So the 3 of Swords is not necessarily, the best of energies, but we'll see what else. I'm hearing that this friendship could have gone sour. It could have been good at first. It could have gone sour. Yeah, 9 of Wands, and now there's a bit of defensiveness energy around it. But I'm hearing this is very complex, this energy, because this could have been a healing, loving friend at one time, or you thought they were, or maybe they actually are until something went wrong. So I'm getting 3 different energies. Let's see what else we have. Page of Swords. I'm hearing there may be some jealousy between, like this person may, in terms of like other friends or something, like they may feel that you've gone and onto other like friends and left them behind. Is what I'm hearing. They may feel that you have maybe gone into other friendships and left them behind. So they may not like that, or they seem a little bit, they could be in some cases a little bit controlling with a King of Pentacles of their friendships or life, or pretty much anyone who's in their life. They could feel a little bit a little bit controlling. They could, I'm hearing that you or them could have had some words that were not quite, that were kind of a little bit like a little bit shocking and sudden is what I hear. Like no one really, like it would start, when I'm hearing it started in a loving way, but then it's sort of like no one knew what they were walking into. So it's sort of like, so I'm hearing that this sort of, it goes from one end to another. Like this person can be controlling. There could have been words spoken. This person may have said some really mean things. And I'm here getting this energy is either one or you or them thought you may have said something to them and they had no idea what was happening. And then someone said, "Oh, what's really happening?" How the other person annoyed them, and then there's sort of this sudden, someone may have ran away from the other person or couldn't have handled it. Maybe you couldn't have handled it, or they couldn't have handled it. But yeah, I'm getting a complex energy for this pile. So Judgment. So I'm getting that there may have been strong words about what is right and what is wrong from either this person or you. So it's like I'm getting this like very opinionated, like things when I'm hearing it's one of those things where people are they're good friends until they figure out, like for example, the other person's religious, or the other person has a different opinion on, let's say, like abortion, or the other person has a different opinion, and then, there was like this steep drop off, is what I'm hearing. And this steep drop off. And it's like, I'm hearing, that's what I'm hearing. Like, things just sort of became like, now things that like, so I'm hearing there could be an energy of you both having very strong personalities, is what I'm hearing. But they're strong personalities, but different sort of mindsets or energies towards life. So I'm hearing, can you handle it? Can they handle it? Can you handle it? And I'm hearing that you may not, you may kind of have come to an impasse with this. And it's sort of like, it may be time to go. But so I'm hearing, so yeah, it could be a friend, but it could be a foe. But I'm hearing, how do you know if it's a friend or a foe? Let us see. I'm hearing strength. Are they willing to put aside their stubbornness, is what I'm hearing. Are they willing to put aside their stubbornness of things should be a certain way? And I'm hearing that if there's sort of a healthy respect that can be returned, then there could be a possible friend energy. But if sort of that basic respect for each other cannot be returned, then it's kind of a foe energy, and it's best to focus on the cups instead of this Five of Cups, the sadness of this. But and I'm hearing this person could be quite sad, maybe sadder about the loss of friendship than you think. I'm hearing, that's what I'm hearing for some. What would love do now? Interesting. So it's sort of like, I'm hearing that if you, they could be a friend if you guys are coming from a respectful, loving place, but it may have not be possible because you have devolved. I'm hearing for some, you may have become disgusted by each other, or you may feel disgusted by this person. And for certain sort of moral infractions, like I'm hearing you may have figured out that this person is not the person that you thought. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. A big thing. Not the person that you thought, and you don't have basically any respect for them anymore. I'm hearing, and it's very much like I'm hearing that you're not who I thought you were. That's what you feel. So you may have. I'm hearing in some cases they are a foe because they've done some sort of real like infraction that you just can't get over. It's just you didn't know with the Two of Swords what they were really like. So it could be, I'm hearing in some they're okay with cheating, they're okay with talking behind people's back. They may have even caused things to be difficult for somebody else and done like a major moral infraction against somebody that's not you. Could be you, but it could be somebody that's not you, and I'm hearing you have a sense of disgust towards this person now because of you figured out who they are. They're not who you thought they were, and maybe even they pretend to have a happy family, but they're cheating. They pretend that they have all this money, but it's really stolen or something. They got it in some ill-founded way. Something feels fake about this, and you may have figured out, and it may not be able to be rectified. It may not be able to be rectified. And the Hermit, and I'm hearing it may have been so much that you thought, I just kind of want to be around, I don't want to be around people anymore. With the Hermit, I don't like people, and it may have been to that extent that you're just like, I don't really even want to be around people. So I'm hearing that in some cases it's time to shop around for new friends, and I'll do a video. I'm going to be doing a video about how to find, like, better attract different friends in the future, different people, and that can apply to, like, relationships as well. But it's sort of like creating an energy to attract different people, but that can certainly But I'm gonna do a reading on that in the so a sensory emotional. But I keep on hearing disgust. You may be disgusted by this person, or you. So I'm hearing in a lot of cases you're disgusted by this person, or you may have become disgusted by each other because, like, something happened that was like you both really came to an impasse about what is moral and what isn't. So the energy, and I'm hearing there's a huge, like, past life issue with you guys too. Like there's a huge, and I'm hearing just ask for your dreams to tell you this. Ask for your dreams to tell you, okay, what's the past life? Because I'm hearing you may have been in the same family, or one may have been the mother to someone else, or a family in a past life. So it's sort of like there's this funny energy, but and that oftentimes it happens is like it's past life. Oh, interesting. And then this shot out from this the heart emotional releaser. So you may want to connect to your heart in regards to creating something, knowing what to do with this, but also you may want to cleanse. I'm hearing it a lot. It's really appropriate to cleanse this energy. You may have been so disgusted by who this person is that at a core level, something you found out that just goes against your moral code, that you want to release. So I'm hearing, release this energy with the heart emotional releaser, and I'm hearing it may be time to recognize this person has just kind of gone too far, or gone against your moral values to such an extent that it is time to find somebody like other people, right? Somebody, different people. And I'm hearing a heart emotional releaser just going through a release to release his energy about this person, figure out, kind of intuit, maybe maybe if you do readings yourself, like figure out what's the past life energy from this, allow it to come to you, because it may be important for some, the past life energy, because sometimes when we understand that, everything about a particular interaction makes sense, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I'm hearing it may be time to this person may be a foe, and it may be time to find other people in your life. But interesting energy. But I'm hearing always, whatever you do, always go back to the healing force of love with the green flashlight. Always go back to the healing source of love. Interesting. I did a little hiccup there, so that's, or something like that. A little hiccup. So yeah, that's interesting. So, but watch my future videos, because I'll do other videos on, different subjects. I just kind of go from one subject to another with my readings, this is the subject I chose for today. But I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope it was helpful for you, and I hope you have a terrific day. Bye bye.